Alright, Colt and I are back. We're going to do the edges. Actually, we did the edges on this one. I actually did it, and then he did part of it, so I could kind of show him what the process was just a little bit, and then we'll go through it on here. But I don't know if you can see it or not. The edge, you see, it kind of looks kind of glassy and smooth. And over on this one here, see, it's unfinished. It's just a raw cut. So anyway, there's a few things we need. I use old jeans cut into denim, cut into some small places. I've got a whole bunch of these that were from a saddle maker. I didn't make these. I've got a lot of his stuff here in the shop, and it's always nice for me. I like holding on to tools that was someone else's. There's been a lot of things done with these, and you can almost feel the life in them. Same way with my farrier tools. My mentor, when he passed away, I got all of his things, and I still use daily some of his tools. And it's really nice when you're out there doing that. It's almost like passing them on. And I hope maybe someday Colt will use some of these tools, and the life and the things they've built will go on through. So anyway, we need this. What this does is rub the edges. And then I like using this on the edges. I'd tell you what it says, but I can't pronounce it. So, and then we put it on with one of these. So anyway, Colt's gonna show you, and I'll kind of tell you what's going on. Yeah, he's trying. What's it called?
Tragedies.
Say it. What is it? Okay, here. So I'm going to help him out a little bit. Hold that up right. I can't see it. He's going to put this on the edges. Do one side and then the other. I don't know if you can tell right here. We put a. I've got a piece that is as wide as the bench and about 3 feet deep, that goes on top of our regular bench. So anytime we're doing anything with liquids, whether we're dyeing or doing anything else, we use we set this on top of there, so then when we're done we can take it off, and our main bench is always clean. So somebody showed me that once, and I try to listen to what people tell me. It's worked out pretty well. Alright, so we got that part on there. Now he's going to take, and you could probably skip this part, but I like doing it. It kind of takes any of the rough edges and smooths them down. It don't take a lot of force. It just takes friction and going back and forth. I told Colt, it's like you're trying to start a fire. This just gets it kind of good and laid down. It's always good, I think, we talked about it earlier, of being able to just make something. Be able to put them on, whether it's chaps or whether we make a horseshoe. I like making horseshoes, and when you get done making one and you put it on a horse and you actually put it to use, I mean, I'll even, if I make a horseshoe, because I'm not the greatest at making handmade shoes, but I can make them, but they're full of imperfections also, but I like to use them. And even if I have one I really like, rather than putting it up on the shelf, I like to put it on the horse's foot. I just like seeing things in action, seeing things that are being used. And just like this, when we're done, these are going to be something we're wearing, something we're using. We're actually going to make these kind of all around. I'm going to use them some too. They're going to be for not so much riding, but for farrier work. We're going to put patches on them and stuff. And anyway, so this looks pretty good right here on the first half he did. So let's do the other half.
Okay, I'll just do this. It's right here on the side.
He spilled some out, so he's using it off the side. all the stuff that I teach Colt, whether it's working with Blue, you've probably watched videos on that, working with his young horse, trimming horses, working, doing leather work. I don't care if he ever does any of that stuff later in life, but being a dad's one of the greatest things. So being able to teach your children to just learn how to do some things, learn these skills, and then he can go off and follow his own path. And if it's this path, that's great. If it's another path, that's great. We want everybody to follow their dreams and the things they want to do, but learning how to do these things and appreciate the work as we're growing up, I think is important. It's something, and here, turn this over so it's on that side. That's the side that people are going to see. The other side's going to be sewn down. But anyway, so he's learning some skills and doing a good job. And then when he's wearing these later, he can have some pride in, you know, if you go buy these, he's going to cut, do what? So he missed a spot there. So when you get, if you go buy these, I mean, he's going to cut the fringe out of them and do all that, and tooled, and you know, these are $400 or $500 farrier chaps if you go buy them. And I tell you, it takes some pride when you've done it. So when he wears these and he's done a lot of the work, and take some pride in that they're handmade by him or by us, and so that's what it's all about, in my opinion. I can see it shining from here. And as he's looking at it, the more that you do that, and the more skills you get, and the more that a person does it, he's starting to pay attention to detail. Where earlier on, when he does some of the stuff, it's just like doing the actions. I see that with horses a lot. People do the actions, but they're not actually getting the parts done that need to be done. There's things happening, but I see him as he's going along here paying a little bit more attention to detail and going back over and seeing if he needs to do. This is the little spot he was looking at right there. Anyway, that's kind of what we've been doing. Thank you for watching. Colt's doing a great job. Good job, Colt.